Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pick a Stack Wednesday. This is Barbara, and this is the best day of the week because we have our 3 stacks. If you are new to Pick a Stack Wednesday, this is what we do here. You think of an idea, issue, or question. It can pertain to yourself, your loved ones, the community around you, the whole world. And then you choose a stack. This is stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. You can choose 1 stack, 2 stacks, or all 3 stacks. Each stack is hidden under a box, so we encourage you to use your intuition. And each stack includes 2 tarot cards from 2 different decks, 1 oracle card, and a crystal. And each stack tells a story and hopefully resonates with your idea, issue, or question. A little bit about today's background. Yesterday, I asked my guides, what's our theme? And then I started setting things aside to set up for today. And this morning I got up and my guides are like, nope, we're not going with that. It's all about strength today. Strength. So I had to totally scratch what I was doing and redo it. So in the strength card, in most tarot decks, you have a woman with a lion. So I did the best I could short notice and got a little stuffed animal lion. This is a smoky quartz right here in the center. It is a smoky quartz generator that's been struck by lightning. And then we've got 4 black tourmaline points. And we've got 2 large Shiva lingams. Today's theme is we have to be strong. We have to know our strengths and we have to give attention to those strengths. If your strength is to be a good listener, then make sure that you have all the tools you need to be a good listener, because you're going to need to be a good listener. There's a lot of things coming up between now and the end of the year. This is the beginning of August. There's a lot of things coming up in nature, geopolitically, financially, food-wise. In every aspect of our lives, there's a lot of changes going on. And so we have to know our strengths. And if being a good listener is your strength, there are going to be a lot of people that need somebody to listen to them. If gardening is your strength, there's a lot of people that might need food. So know your strengths and do whatever you have to give energy to those strengths. Okay? That means you need to get enough sleep. It means you need to eat the right foods and be healthy and maybe exercise. It means you need quiet time to build your energy. Okay? So I just had to get that out. I'm hoping that even if there's one person out there that needs to hear this, that you're listening. So that is our intro. We are going to just dive right in because we are warriors. We are warriors of the light. We are warriors of love and light and strength. So stack number 1. Your stone is rainbow obsidian. Rainbow obsidian. There, can you see the stripes in there? I don't have a heart-shaped one. The heart-shaped ones are really cool. But you can kind of see the stripes in there. So rainbow obsidian can act as a bridge between the dark and light places inside of us whenever we are ready to do important personal work. And I feel like that is, that's now. It resonates with the heart and root chakras, but can also be used to cleanse all chakras. It can also be really good for treating issues of the heart. So there's a lot of people out there that are having heart issues, whether it's physical or emotional, because an emotional heart issue is painful as well. This is really good for that. It's good for unclogging blockages, encouraging better overall bodily functions. It's also really good physically for issues with hardened arteries, broken bones, bruised muscles, and any issues with the circulatory system. So Really good stone to have on you, or maybe next to your bed or tucked into your pillowcase. Okay? Absorb those energies, absorb those frequencies. Talk to your crystals. Talk to them and say, thank you for helping heal my physical body. Thank you for helping heal my heart. Thank you for helping heal my emotional body. We have all the tools that we need. Start using them, but don't use them. Work with them. Work with the trees and the plants. Work with the animals. Work with the crystals and the herbs. Work with them because they are here to help us. And everybody knows we really need that help right now. All right, we're going to dive right in. And from the Tarot of Dreams, we have the Hermit card. The Hermit. Now, the Hermit, a lot of people look at the Hermit and they're like, oh man, I just got to be alone. That's not necessarily what that means. If you look at this card, don't look at it if you're driving. This is somebody who is going inside of himself. He's got the light. He's actually sitting in a very dark place, kind of this rock in a cavern. But he's got the light with him. And he's going inside of himself. And that's what being a hermit is all about. It doesn't mean being lonely. It doesn't mean you have to be alone. It means going inside yourself. You have the light. Go inside yourself and find out what, either find out what your next move is, or find out who you really are. I was talking earlier about what your strengths are. Find out what they are. Maybe you don't realize what your superpowers are. And I've talked to people quite often that say, well, I don't really have any superpowers. And as I talk to them, I'll say, you're a very nurturing person. You care about everybody. Well, yeah, that's a superpower. Listening is a superpower. Superpower doesn't mean you're flying through the air or you can move objects, with your mind. That's it. Superpowers come in all shapes and forms. So this is all about going inside yourself. We need to do this right now, all of us. But if you chose stack number 1, you definitely do, because your time isn't yet, okay? We need to be patient, and whatever our big mission is, it's coming up, but we're not there yet. And so now is the time when we're supposed to be, like I said, finding out who we are, knowing what our strengths are, and putting energy to those strengths. But also, we're supposed to be resting. We're supposed to be resting right now. If your mission isn't on right now, you're supposed to be resting. And that means finding joy in things. It means having fun. It means sleeping. It means just laying on the couch, playing with the puppy. Something that is restful but brings you peace and joy. But going inside yourself is super important. So we're going to add to that a card from the Celtic Dragon deck. And oh my gosh. So we have 2 major arcanas. We have card number 9, the Hermit. And now we have card number 10, the Wheel. Now the wheel represents that cycle of life. And I love what it says on this card. So, it shows the feather, which is used as a pen, and the little inkwell. And then it shows a book with the wheel and a dragon's claw. And in the book, it says, the grimoire of life. The wheel turns. Learn to ride with dragons. Learn to ride with dragons. Now, dragons resonate with me. I love giving the higher dimensional dragons a physical 3D form. So if you ever come into my shop, or even if you just met me, I have dragons with me all the time. And I make dragons. And there's dragons all over my shop. Because dragons are very powerful. They are very powerful beings. And we do not, we don't treat them like we own them. We work with them. That's why it says learn to ride with dragons, not learn to ride a dragon like you're the master and it's your slave. No, It's a partnership. Learn to ride with dragons. And this applies to everything, not just dragons. This applies to what I was talking about just a few minutes ago. Work with the plants and the trees and the herbs. Work with the earth. Work with the animals. Work with other humans. Work with other type beings. Maybe work with fairies and elves that live in the light. Work with elementals that live in the light. Work with galactic beings that work with the light. But this is all about going inside of ourselves to find out who we are and what our strengths are, knowing that we have the light, and then working with these other beings that we have access to. Like I said, we have all the tools that we need. We're surrounded by so many amazing beings, and most people don't even realize it. And the wheel represents this cycle, not just in our own lives, not just in all our lives. You know, if you're in an abusive cycle, it means you've gone through this more than once in other lives, and you came here to stop it. I stopped it in this life here, and I know because I've done a whole bunch of past life regressions. I know I've been in the cycle of abuse. And I stopped it this time. And that was one of my missions. But it's bigger than that too. The whole earth is in a cycle. And if you think about even just 1 year, we have spring, which is all about, being reborn, and then summer where, things grow, and then fall where we have the harvest and it starts getting cool, and then we have winter where things go to sleep. Our lives are like that, and the whole solar system is like that. So it gets a lot easier though if you're working with your surroundings. And that's one of the things that we need to wake up to. We need to work with our surroundings. We're going to add to that a card from the Secret Language of Animals, and we get the orange-bellied parrot. The orange-bellied parrot, I'm going to put that right there in the background. There we go. This is card number 36. 36. Orange-bellied parrot. The winged one of the sun, traveler by night, inner knowing and devotion, colors shining bright. Master of magic drawn from above, bringer of secrets, expressions of love. I am Parrot. When Parrot flies into your world, he brings a burst of fresh energy and the gift of acceleration to your path. Just as Parrot flies through the trees at great speed, angling his body to maintain acceleration while narrowly missing branches, he calls you now to trust the energy rising within and be ready to leap forward with dynamic and radiant expression. Some planning may be needed, but don't get hung up on the details. Movement creates energy and new possibility. The path will reveal itself as you take steps, and it's often easier to see what needs to be navigated once you are in motion. And I just want to add that really all it takes is that first step. You take that first step and everything just follows from there. But you have to take that first step. Don't be afraid, because your higher self, all your spirit guides that live in the light, all your ancestors that live in the light, they got you. They got your back. So if you get a message to take a step in a certain direction, talk to your ancestors and your spirit guides that live in the light. Talk to the angels and archangels that live in the light. Ask them for assistance, ask them for a sign, ask them for an affirmation of the sign. But you ultimately have to take that first step. And everybody's got you, so no worries. All right, that was stack number 1. Woo, very powerful. We're going to do a little golden singing bell here. All right, and we are going to move on to stack number 2. If you chose stack number 2, your stone is Smoky Quartz. Here is a small version, just like that generator that was struck by lightning right there, which, by the way, that's in my private collection. That one is not for sale. It's not often I get something struck by lightning. Nature's stone of endurance, Smoky Quartz. It can store energy, amplify it, focus it, transform it, balance it, and absorb it. It is grounding and stabilizing. It brings calm and centering, lifts depression, removes negativity, and helps bring in happiness. It's a good luck stone. It facilitates your ability to get things done in this 3D world. It can help enhance your organizational skills, so it's good to have around your workplace, especially if you're working from home. Okay? Sometimes it's really hard to work from home because, well, you're home and you don't get that transition between work and home. My home is attached to my business. My transition is to walk through a doorway. And honestly, that's not enough for me. I worked in the corporate world for 30 years, and I had that drive to work, which gave me time to transition in my head and physically my work life from my personal life. When you work from home or very near home, you don't get that transition. And it can be a little bit more difficult because the line gets blurred. It means you might work at home when you should be doing personal things at home, or you might do things at home when you're supposed to be working. You know what I'm saying? Physically, this Smoky Quartz is really good for kidneys, your abdomen, pancreas, reproductive area, and that's male or female, menstrual cramps, fertility issues, and water retention. So wearing it in a pocket on the lower half of your body can be very beneficial if you have any of those issues. All right. Also, again, putting it next to your bed or in your pillowcase is a really good option. Your first card is from the Tarot of Dreams, and we've got, the 10 of Coins. The 10 of Coins, also known as the 10 of Pentacles or the 10 of Earth. This is all your earthly goods, material things. It can be money, but it can be things. So if you've been wanting that car, here's your affirmation. It's coming to you. If you want that house, here's your affirmation. It's coming to you. If you've been putting it out there, let's say you want to start up a business and you're praying and you're saying, thank you, universe, for bringing me all the resources I need to start up this new business. Here it comes. 10 of Pentacles. This is the highest card out of the Ace through 10. So it's like, take me seriously. We're going to add to that a card from the Celtic Dragon deck, and you get 2 more Pentacles. You got 12 Pentacles here. 12 Pentacles, 12 coins. The 2 of Pentacles is all about balance. And I was just talking in stack 1 about, that transition between work and personal life. This is the same kind of thing. It shows physically balance. She's balancing on a log, but it's also about balance in your life. That means work life and personal life. It means a balance between, maybe it has to do with food. What you should be eating versus what you really are eating. There's something about this that says, okay, you've got all this material, all these material things coming to you, but you have to be balanced. So my guides are showing me, like, if you win the lottery, you don't just go out and spend all your money on mansions and fast cars and stupid things, cars, boats, ATVs, motorcycles. There has to be balance too. We have to think with our heart and say, okay, you know what? What good can I do in the world with this? Maybe I do want a motorcycle, but what good can I do? So I get my motorcycle, but then I also start up a foundation that helps children. One of those things. So whatever all this abundance is coming towards you, remember to have balance. Okay, don't lose yourself. So many people that win the lottery, screw up their lives. Because all of a sudden they go from not having very much money to having way more money than they know what to do with. And they make incorrect decisions, usually based on the people around them. So whatever's going on here, and this is a general reading, so I can't speak for an individual person, but somebody out there needs to hear this. This money coming in, or these things, these resources coming in, it's not necessarily money, it's physical things coming in, but you have to live a life of integrity and keep that balance in your life. She's holding these 2 little baby dragons, and there's other larger dragons in the background. But remember why you're here, okay? Remember why you're here and have that balance. And what's interesting is, if we go back to the 10 of coins, look at, there's a face on either side of this doorway. So there's balance in both of these cards. But there's lots of resources coming your way. Use them wisely, is what my guides just said. We're going to add to that a card from the Secret Language of Animals, and we get the dugong. This is card number 6. Now, what's interesting is a 6 is, it can have a couple meanings. One is it can be about love, but 6 is also about material possessions. It's about money. It's about all these coins and pentacles coming into you. Dugongs, like dolphins and whales, are mammals who adapted their form for life in the ocean. But unlike their cetacean counterparts, dugongs' vegetarian grazing habits and gentle, slow-moving ways reflect a stronger link to their ancient days on land. Growing to lengths of 10 feet long, dugong looks similar to the walrus and has a fluked tail resembling that of a whale, but strangely, its DNA links it more closely to the elephant. It is often known as the beauty of the sea or the queen of the sea. It brings the great mystery of feminine power into the emotional currents of the water realm. It's thought to be the source of mermaid legends. Early sailors caught glimpses of dugongs swimming near the surface waters and believed them to be half human, half fish creatures, singing to their lonely spirits in the night. So the dugong is an ancient bridge between the realms of land and sea. It honors the woven wisdom of your physical body and your heart. For dugong, the key to survival is not to fight or flee, not to chase or hunt, but to move with grace and ease, calling and allowing that which is needed to come to you. So, calling that which is needed to come to you. And we've got all these pentacles and all these coins coming to you. You can ask the dugong for help, because this is all about, your heart, thinking with your heart on what you're going to do with all this. Use whatever comes to you wisely. Use it for the greatest and highest good of all. And when you do that, the cool thing is that you also receive. For example, when I do a healing on somebody, I receive healing as well, because I am a channel. It goes through me and into the other person. So we both receive healing. We receive it in different ways, but we both receive it. So you're calling these resources to you, and you're using them for the highest and greatest good of all, which benefits you in the long run. Yes, that is very cool. These cards are super powerful today. I feel like we're warriors today. We are strong warriors of love and light. All right. We are going to head on into stack number 3 now. Stack number 3, your stone is the black pearl, also known as Agni Manatite, which is very similar in energy to Moldavite, but this one has a softer energy. It's not as harsh as Moldavite. Moldavite, if you've never worn Moldavite and you put it on, you could be sick within a matter of an hour, sometimes in 5 minutes. This one, people that have that reaction to Moldavite, they can actually wear this one or hold it, because it's a similar energy, but it's softer. And part of the reason is, where it's from, but also because this fell in the water. So this is, Moldavite is a meteor that fell in on the land, and this is one that fell in the water near Java. Let's see. Most of the black pearls are currently underwater at this time, making it more difficult to access them. So whenever I can get a hold of them, I do. This stone directly resonates with your solar plexus chakra. That is your energy center. That is your self-worth and your self-esteem. And most people on this planet have low self-worth and self-esteem. And you got to get over that. We're all worthy of all good things. Agni Manatite specializes in raising your creativity and manifesting abilities and raising your energy levels for adventure. It can also help you increase your confidence and help direct your own personal will toward that which truly brings you happiness and joy. So if, a lot of people have come in lately and they say, I don't know what brings me happiness and joy anymore. Well, try carrying one of these. It is helpful. I have a really big one of these. It's actually raw. I have raw ones and tumbled ones in my shop. And it's just very comforting to me to have it on my person. Or if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm working on my computer, I'll just, have it next to me or sitting in my lap or something. And it just feels very comforting. It feels kind of like, this is what my guys showed me. Like if you go away to camp and you're homesick, but you have your teddy bear, you got something from home, it makes you feel less homesick. This has that feeling. Moldavite, not so much. Moldavite is, it can be pretty harsh, although I love Moldavite and I could wear a pound of it, but that's not everybody. But these much, much calmer, much softer energy than Moldavite, but still it's cosmic. So if you want to bring in the cosmic energies, Agni Manatite is a really good one. It's also way less expensive than Moldavite because the TikTokers haven't found it yet. All right, your first card in stack number 3 is from the Tarot of Dreams, and you get the Two of Cups. This is the soulmate card. Now, whatever your idea, issue, or question was, this is two things coming together. Okay, you got the two swans coming together, you got the 2 cups. This is all about 2 people coming together. If you asked about a love in your life, the answer is yes. If you asked, is a love coming into my life? The answer is yes. But if your question was about, will I be getting this house? The answer is yes. 2 things coming together, 2 beings coming together. There's something about the coming together. Okay, let's see what the Celtic Dragon deck has to say. So then we're going to add to that card number 20, which is a major arcana, and it's the Judgment card. Now, I love the way this card looks because this is somebody that is passing away. They are transitioning. And there's this beautiful, and it's a very aged dragon. This is an elder. And the elder is helping this human with their transition. I feel so much love and compassion in this card. Oh, it's just like it went right into my heart. And so you've got the 2 of Cups here, which is 2 coming together. And then look at these 2 coming together. An elder helping somebody pass. This is beautiful. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to pass. It doesn't mean, that a loved one is going to pass. Please don't read that into that, okay? It means compassion and love and helping others. There's light streaming down into this room. And these 2 came together, just like the 2 of Cups said. So there's something about these 2 coming together. Oh, it's going right to my heart. the two coming together, that we are one. It's two coming together as one. And we have to remember that and have compassion for somebody else. Look at where the two swans come together and where the two cups together. There's light. There's light coming down on the dragon card, and there's light where the two cups come together and the two swans come together. It's like the two become one. Althea, don't cry. Come here. Even Althea's crying. That's okay. So there's something very powerful going on here. Two coming together as one. Whatever this means to you, again, this is a general reading, so I can't speak to just one person. But there's two coming together as one. That can mean marriage. It can mean a passing. It can mean a project coming to you, a home coming to you. But there's something that's so powerful, and it's yours. And you need to know that. It's already written that it's yours. So don't doubt it. We're going to add to that card number, lucky number 7, the sea turtle. We love the sea turtle. Sea turtle says beginnings. Turtle is one of Earth's great grandfathers, evolving into form more than 200 million years ago. At home on land and in the water. That's interesting because the dugong in stack number 2 was all about going from land to water as well. So that is earth and water together. Very, very powerful. Wow. There's somebody that's really, really trying to get my attention. They're very, very loud. Yeah, you guys need to turn that down. But it's earth and water. Very, very powerful combination there. Turtle's patient way Turtle has a patient way and steady, gentle strength, and it enables it to outlive most other animals. These sea turtles have a lifespan of over 100 years, unless man gets to them. The message of turtle is to simply begin. Great journeys are made with small steps and steady progress. This is basically very similar to what we were talking about in stack number 1, which is we have to take that first step. Turtle wisdom recognizes that our first steps into any adventure and endeavor may feel clumsy, dangerous, or even scary. But when the moment comes to birth an idea, start a new friendship, or take your first steps down a path that calls to your heart, there is no substitute for simply answering the call. Just begin. Just begin. Take that first step. Follow the energy of the sun. Steady progress feels good. You need not hurry, but don't wait until the conditions are perfect. The act of beginning makes the conditions perfect. The act of beginning makes the conditions perfect. So just like in stack 1, we need to take that first step. And in stack 3, the first step brings us to our soulmate, or brings us to that perfect mission for us. Maybe our job is to work hospice. Maybe all of our superpowers are excellent for working hospice and helping other people. This green dragon is helping other people. And what's really cool is it's a dragon helping a person. Dragons are so helpful and protective, and they're so amazing. Call them in. And if you're not into working with dragons, well, you know what? It doesn't have to be a dragon. It's a being working with the light, because the light comes right down onto that dragon. It's a being working with the light, helping others. And that's what we need to be doing. Helping others. Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you to all my spirit guides for bringing us such amazing cards today. And bringing me all the words that I needed to say. Here's some golden singing bell to close this out. I love you guys. You're the reason I do this. Thank you for watching or listening. Thank you for liking my video. I'm not doing this to be a millionaire. I'm not doing this to have lots and lots of subscribers, because it only takes one. It only takes one. And if we can have one person get our message, and that one person can change their little corner of the world, we are a success. I am sending all of you lots of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, because I know you're worthy and I know you deserve it all. Blessings, my beautiful soul family. Namaste.